Click that. Click it. Sweet. How's it going, everybody? My name is Mav Toast. Welcome to the bridge. We are back. I think it's episode like 17? It's not bad. It's pretty good. There's no queue posts so far that I've seen. As I'm talking, I'll kind of take a look. But today, well, I had someone come up to me and they were wondering about the role of internet websites, companies, in sex trafficking. Because here's the thing, right? How do you become fucking stupid rich? How did the Rothschilds get to be in the 1% of the or to own 1%, the top 1% of all of humanity's wealth, or projected wealth, because it's not really real. Like all the money that's supposed to symbolize real valuable things, it's printed. It doesn't have any merit. It doesn't reference anything. It doesn't symbolize anything apart from your own slavery. But how do these people gain so much money, and how do these entities gain so much capital? Well, I'll tell you. You got to be able to do a lot of shit and turn a blind eye to a lot of things to amass that much, and have every single person around you not have enough. And that's by, involving yourself in shitty things like black markets, war, sex trafficking, all sorts of shit. And I don't think it's a secret that many multi-million-dollar corporations operate like fucking psychos. So here's just something, right? I went on Google and I started typing some shit up, and it's like, are corporations psychopaths? This is an article by ACCA Global. That's a website. In law, corporations are people, yet they feel no empathy, guilt, or remorse. And without getting too into the article itself, that's basically what we're talking about. We're talking about entities that have the same power that people do, in terms of creating and destroying, and they operate solely on amassing wealth and doing it in the most effective way possible. And the most effective way to do that is to hurt people. It sucks, but that's the way the money system has been made to function. And of course, you wouldn't know about that if you haven't researched it, because you're brought up and raised around the idea that things that are harming you are actually helping you, which is bullshit, of course. But it's very hard to see past it. And part of the thing is that they attack your imaginations a lot of the time, or our imaginations. So we can't really imagine the scope of evil that these, and I say that kind of with quotations, because it's very hard to start labeling things as you see it, as good and evil, but really negative shit that comes out of these corporations, because they are soulless, cannibalistic, monsters. So there's that. And so Google itself this multi-billion-dollar corporation would definitely be among these internet moguls and oil fucking snake oil salesmen and whatnot. Here's another thing. This is on Wired. How a controversial new sex trafficking law will change the web. So there was a Senate vote in the U.S. And it went 97-2 to approve the changes to the law that has shielded website operators from liability from content posted by others. Which, I mean, you do have control of what goes up on your website unless you let shitty things like AI control your shit, right? If you are letting things like that appear on your site, you are definitely at fault. I haven't met an argument or a satisfactory argument against that yet. I do invite one though. So it just goes over how they were trying to get this thing passed so that we can start saying, hey, stop having shitty stuff on your website that hurts everybody. And some people were kind of opposed to that. Like there was a free speech stalwarts. I'm gonna have to look up what that word actually means, because I've heard it before, but I don't know, someone who believes in free speech might have a problem with it because, hey, you know, that's someone's opinion. Yeah, but if your opinion is to like destroy society, then maybe we don't want you in our society. Or is it that we're being told that we do want these kind of people in our society? Because I'll tell you what, I don't fucking want these people in our society. You know, pedophiles and shit. Send them somewhere else. Away from kids. Meaning. A loyal, reliable, hardworking supporter or participant of an organization or team. So someone who's just really advocating for free speech might have a problem with that, and I can see why. But why would Google have a problem with that? And Google is of the list of people that is said here to have a problem with taking ownership for like footage of child abuse being portrayed on their site. And it's like, oh, well, such a big company or an organization, they can't possibly like look at all their shit. Okay, so if your company is that big that you can't look at all the shit that's coming through and ciphering through it and getting rid of things that shouldn't be on there, you've already failed. Your company is already fucked, and that's a problem that should probably be taken off. If it's that large and there's no one looking at it because you have an AI that literally controls the entire thing, based on, you know, cold, calculating intellect that does not understand soul and humanity and what have you, you're gonna get some really terrible shit. And that article on Wired, how a controversial new sex trafficking law will change the web, is an indicator of that. And then there's also an article from Lisa Bourne on LifeSite, and she says, Google censors video evidence of Planned Parenthood aiding sex trafficking of young girl. All right, so there's another thing. So there's things that point to Google being shady as fuck and having tentacles, evil little fucking tentacles intertwined in nearly every facet of your life. Because what is Google? It's YouTube. It's so many things. It's the most searched. It's the most used search engine, right? I mean, hey Google, let's see what Google has to say about that. Most used search engine. Google. Oh, I wonder why. Here's the thing, right? You have all these indicators that they're shady as fuck. I'm just gonna throw out some speculation, but I feel like it's fairly common sense, okay? Google is listening to you right now. Google knows where you live. You know, it blows my mind when I used to work at some of these like old retail places where I get these like ladies that walk up and it's like, oh, do you have a like rewards card? And it's like, oh no, sign me up. It's like, great. What's your phone number or whatever? It's like, oh, I don't want to give you my phone number because I want to give personal information to a stranger. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The most dangerous people in the world already have your information. They have everything they want to know about you. They can fuck you right now if they want to. Okay? Google knows where you live. They got your credit cards. They got your history, who your parents are, where you're born, where you live, your conversations, what your personality is like because of YouTube, right? They listen to you and they pick up what you're watching, what you're looking up. Okay? They know who your friends are. They know everything about you. And there's been a good 15 years at the very least of, oh, we have all this shit, increasing amounts of information and no oversight. Google's public, shall we say, revenue is only secondary to their primary, which is abuse of people. Brainwashing and abuse of people. That part, you could say, is speculation, but I would call that common sense. And I've made the argument in the past that sense is not common because we all think in vastly different ways. But look at this. All you have to do is a little bit of research. There's arguments against what I'm saying, of course. But I feel like the argument for this, as scary as it is the truth. And as soon as you realize it's the truth, you can start to change it, which is once again why we're here in the first place. So thank you guys for watching. I think this one went pretty well. This is the second time I've recorded it, but the first one didn't roll off the tongue as well. This one, I don't know, I felt pretty awesome about this one. I still got some stuff in here, actually. Put a little sprinkle on that. Like, share, subscribe. Beat the system, not the people.